thank you very much to the judges for the effort of cupping these beautiful coffees. I had the chance myself to cup all the finalists last week, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I did. It's a great experience to be able to cup such selected coffees. You know, it really represents the effort of many producers, and that is why this event is so important. You know, we are here together, all the judges, the roasters, together with the producers that have made a big effort, not only this year but for many years, to come to this level of quality, and that's something we highlight every time we can. I mean, that quality of coffee is the result of a lot of effort, a lot of hard work. You know, it doesn't come by coincidence, it doesn't come but randomly. It is really a consequence of the work that many producers do every day. And for us, it is great that you as judges take the time and of course the dedication and all your senses, all your concentration to cup and score and value these coffees. You know, and today we have the possibility to interact with the producers. This is a special year for all of us. Normally we'll be in a room all together celebrating this event and discussing one to one. This time we had to do it virtually, and we cannot have the warmth of being together. But on the other hand, we were able to get to more people. We were able to get samples of these coffees to more roasters and to more buyers everywhere in the world. And that's then an opportunity. It's what we could do today. And it's a great opportunity that more people can interact with these coffees, can have the chance to cup them, to value them, to try them, and then to see who the person behind that coffee is. And that's the key. And I think that is the most important part of today. See who is behind that beautiful coffee we like so much in the table. You know, and we appreciate your time. You appreciate your time for for copying it, for valuing it, and then for being here today and giving us your opinions, your results, sharing the way you value the coffee, because this is the next step for coffee. You know, we are raising the bar of quality every year. We need to keep evolving, and all those comments, all those messages, all that information helps us a lot to improve. So thank you again, all of you, for being here today, and let's have a nice conversation today.
Thank you, Juan Camilo, for your amazing words. That means a lot for everyone here involved, for the judges and particularly the coffee growers. What a nice word, and yeah, this is a room for everyone to discuss, to talk. I'm gonna explain a little bit how it works with the languages. For people who are listening in English, well, you can listen, but for coffee growers, there's a way to translate and listen us on Spanish. Para los caficultores, podemos también hablar en español.
For the coffee producers, we're going to continue speaking in Spanish.
Entonces vamos a hacer todo en inglés, pero pueden tener la opción de escuchar el evento en
we're going to do everything
español.
In English right now.
Okay, so now we're gonna say a little bit about the way the event developed. So I'm gonna give the word to one of my colleague team members, Juan Sebastián Rivera. So he's gonna be explaining a little bit of the contest overview.
Thank you so much, Juan Andres. My name is Juan Rivera, and I'm also part of the craft coffee team in the FNC. First of all, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Buenos días a todos los caficultores. Thank you for being here with us. We are really happy to be able to share this space with you. I'm going to briefly talk to you about the logistics of the contest and how we go to have these 32 finalists and amazing lots. In total, we received 1,610 lots that were presented to our houses from all over the country. We did 3 national cupping rounds where we obtained 349 lots with a sky score 86 plus. That means that we have amazing coffees from all over the country. This is our 5th national quality contest, Colombia Land of Diversity. However, this is the first time that the auction will be held online. This is our first Colombia Land of Diversity live auction. We had participants from all over the country, from 12 departments, coffee departments, producers here in Colombia. And all these coffees were harvesting in May and August of this year. So after the 3 different cuppings, national cuppings, we did all the logistics of sampling for send samples to all you guys from all over the world. So again, thank you for your time cupping these amazing coffees. And let's talk about how the contest goes.
So now Maria is another team member from the Craft Coffee team. She's gonna be explaining a little bit more how the winners internally here in Colombia were celebrated and go ahead, Maria.
Thank you, Juan. Good morning to everyone. My name is Maria, as Juan Andres was saying, and I am part of the Craft Coffee team. And I am very happy to be sharing this space with the coffee growers and also with the clients that had the chance to judge these amazing coffees. The contest is called Colombia Land of Diversity, because here what we want to highlight is the different attributes that the coffee per se has. So in Colombia, we did all the cuppings with one cupping protocol that's called Colombia Land of Diversity that evaluates the quality of 5 main attributes. These attributes are balance, acidity, body, softness, and the coffee that's most exotic. And these attributes really communicate to the coffee grower, to the judges, and also to the final consumer what they are going to really find in the cup. So in this case, we had 4 main winners, sorry. Balance was won by Santos Vizcaya, that is a coffee grower from Tolima. Acidity was, the winner was from Norte de Santander. Wait a second, please. Acidity was won by Miguel Fernando Perez from Norte de Santander. The attribute body was won by Laura Arteaga from Nariño. And softness and exotic again by Santos Vizcaya, that he was the big winner of the 3 categories of attributes: balance, softness, and exotic. So we are very happy to be able to share these results with you, and hopefully you are going to take these coffees to your roasteries and to share also with the final consumer the quality of these coffees. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you very much for your comments. We appreciate the explanation. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit of the last cupping round. It was an international round. So what we had to do, because of COVID situation, we couldn't bring all the judges to our beautiful country. So what we did was bringing our country to them and all the beautiful coffee growers lots that you had cupped during the last couple of days. So we had 3 different roasting hubs in the 3 different markets with different roasting hubs. For example, in Asia, we partnered with Sasa Coffee. Sasa was our ally to roast and distribute the samples to all the judges in the Asian market. In Europe, we had 2 main roasters, Randall Coffee Roasters and James. They were key partners in the roasting process and distribution of the samples to the judges in Europe. And in North America, in Canada and United States, we partnered with Royal, and they were key allies as well to roast all the samples of all the coffee growers in the top 32 list in order to distribute to the judges and clients. This was a great effort from us in order to bring all the coffees to all the judges across the globe. We reached more than 100 people copying and taking beautiful notes about these unique loads of the competitions. So it was an amazing task that we did in order to help all you coffee growers to have your coffees around the world. So it was very challenging, very different approaches during COVID situation. It's not easy to be sending everything across the globe, but we managed to take all your beautiful coffees to every single judge across the globe. So we're very happy about that. Now we come to the most amazing part of this event, which is talking about your coffees. And here we're gonna have our judge leader, Willem Booth from Booth Coffee. He's gonna be leading the discussion, and he's gonna be talking about every single coffee, the 32 lots. We're gonna go each by each sample. We're gonna have like 4 blocks, and we're gonna discuss in each block 8 coffees. So here is very important. It will be very nice for the coffee growers that are involved to present themselves very shortly, say your name and a few words. And as well, we're gonna be asking different judges to give their notes and opinions about that coffee. So it's gonna be very interactive. The idea is to participate, to interact with the coffee growers. We made a lot of effort to have them here, and the judges as well. So please, Willem, now is your time to lead this important event.
Sorry, Juan, one question, one technical issue. We want to ask everybody that intervene that in the interpretation button, put the interpretation in off. When you speak, you have to be off. So please, everyone that is gonna intervene, please put the interpretation button in off.
Okay, thank you, Sergio. That was Sergio from the technical department here, helping us and explaining a little bit how it goes. It's different to have this type of discussions. We have some things to go ahead during the discussion, but Willem, nice to see you. Welcome, and please go ahead.
Yeah, hello, Juan. Great to see you all. And can you hear me well, and can you see me also?
Yes, perfect, Willem. Perfect.
I'm just checking to make sure no one misses any detail. And you were gracefully offering me to review all coffees. I think that task is really up to the wonderful panel of judges all around the world. And I'm here at Booth Coffee Campus, and we are very happy that we could work with the team of Craft Coffee for the purpose of this wonderful competition, which indeed represents an amazing number of coffees from around Colombia. And so I would love to invite the judges who are connected, who are online, to just briefly introduce him or herself. And I'm going by alphabetical order. And I would normally ask ladies first, but in this case, I'm going by alphabetical order. And I have our first judge is Afshin. Afshin, are you online?
Can you hear me?
There you are. Hello, Afshin.
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you, William?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, so about these coffees, we had a very nice experience. Of course, our cupping was in a very close circle due to COVID. So we were able to invite just one of the roasters in Romania, which is the vice champion of the 2019 World Roasting Champion. So he cupped the coffees together with us, which was very nice. Some really, really nice coffees we found in this lot, in these 32 coffees.
Afshin, you're going to have the chance to talk about the coffees
Okay.
later on. But could you maybe just share really briefly something about you and your company?
So our company is Artisan Green Bean. We've started the green from Romania, first of all, in Europe. And we're dealing with importing of green beans and dealing with micro roasteries. So we focus on micro roasteries and specialty coffee. And yeah, we try to bring good coffees to this region so the roasters can have access to good coffee without needing to buy large volumes.
Great. Thank you. I'll look forward to the chance to talk with you about some of the coffees. And I'm going to, Amanda, are you connected?
Hi, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, I'm Amanda Amato. I'm from Royal Coffee here in Oakland, California. And it's been a great opportunity to participate in this. We are the importer of record for the United States for the coffees in this auction. And I just want to thank the FNC for the opportunity to participate and all my fellow judges and the producers for collaborating on such beautiful coffees.
Thank you. And I want to also thank you for all the work you have been contributing with your team. It's really wonderful. And I know often the folks who do most of the work often don't get mentioned, like Candice, who did a lot of the...
Y toda la diversidad y toda su conexión para poder ayudarnos con la preparación. Así que muchísimas gracias. Anactivo, está conectado.
And then I would like to... is that... No, Andrew?
Yeah, that's me. Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is...
Muy buenos días a todos. Yo soy Andrew de Cafe Imports en los Estados Unidos y comenzamos en los Estados Unidos y empezamos a trabajar hemos llevado trabajando aquí por 20 años y yo soy responsable para hacer todo el outsourcing con el café de Colombia y hemos gastado muy buen tiempo en el sur de Colombia y todo el país y ha sido excelente y esto es uno de mis lugares favoritos en el planeta. Yo soy Ian es el encargado del laboratorio y él hizo las primeras 30 catas el lunes y después hicimos la tostada de los top 10 y yo creo que fueron fantásticos. Lo que hicimos son conseguimos 90 puntos con los 6 cafés, fueron unos puntajes muy buenos, uno de los mejores puntajes que hemos visto en mucho tiempo. Entonces muchísimas gracias a los productores y gracias a la federación por unirnos con todo esto. Muchísimas gracias. Muchísimas gracias, Andrew. Es emocionante probar todos estos cafés, catar todos estos cafés. E inclusive con esta experiencia virtual nosotros tenemos un buen sabor de qué es esta experiencia aquí en Colombia, la cual es fantástica. ¿Usted qué opina si al azar escogemos unos jueces y porque si vamos con todos no vamos a alcanzar a terminar? Así vamos a hacer las cámaras al azar y poder hablar y de pronto para que alguien se presente, de pronto Francesco, no sé. Sería muy útil si tú dices el nombre. Entonces aquí escuché mi nombre. Yo soy Francesco. Estoy aquí en Italia, en Florencia. Y estoy muy feliz de estar participando en este evento, gracias a la Federación Colombiana de Cafeteros y todos los jueces y todos los caficultores. Entonces no puedo esperar a probar todo este café. Entonces muchísimas gracias por todo este esfuerzo. Entonces para unirnos a todos nosotros fue fantástico. Entonces gracias. Me encanta verte aquí, me encanta verte que estás bien. Esto es muy difícil, pero bueno, ahí vamos. Muy difícil. Entonces, Curtis está por ahí.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Muy buenos días a todos. Soy Curtis Paul con Kate de Coffee Imports. Estamos aquí. Estamos en Oregon.
And look forward to hearing about the coffees.
Thank you, Curtis. Do you see someone else? Willem, do you want to call?
Bianca, is Bianca online?
Hi, everyone. Good morning. I work with International Coffee Trading in San Diego, California. We're green specialty coffee importers. And this was my first experience doing the cupping. So I'm really grateful I was able to participate and taste all of these beyond amazing coffees coming from Colombia. So thank you. And I'm happy to meet all of you.
Super, thank you, Bianca.
Maybe we can invite Claudia from Cafés El Magnífico to present herself.
Lo sabía. Hi, everyone. I'm Claudia. You hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm the fourth generation in a coffee roaster here in Barcelona that my father owns, and I'm the person in charge for quality control. And it's very nice to see familiar faces here, and I miss you a lot. And I'm thankful to be able to cup these coffees. And now I'm home because with this situation, we are here in Spain. Just like I need to be 1 week at home and not go to the office. But I cupped some of the coffees and they are amazing. And I'm super grateful to be here with all of you.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you very much. I see familiar faces. Will Corby. Hi, how are you?
Hey, Juan, how are you doing? Nice to meet you all. I'm Will Corby. I am the head of coffee for Packed Coffee in London. We are a subscription coffee company, importing and roasting and shipping coffee to customers across the UK. I'm very proud to have worked with London Diversity again this year. I really enjoyed some excellent coffees over the weekend, and yeah, very happy to get involved in the auction coming up soon.
Thank you very much, Will. Willem, do you see someone else you want to call?
I think you're muted, Willem.
Anyone connected from my home country, Holland? Like Jan, maybe? Jan Schuitenmaker? That's a good exercise to pronounce your Dutch terms. No, Jan is not there. Then let's see. Esther, maybe? Esther Maasdam? No, so maybe Juan, maybe you can select.
We have Mike.
Mike Perry, yep.
It seems like you are unmuted.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm Mike with Clutch Coffee. We're in Los Angeles. We're home of the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers, who just won the World Series of Baseball last night. So we had a nice celebration. We cupped the finals yesterday and had a great time and excited to talk about them.
Thank you, Mike. Sakilla, I see you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Hi, my name is Zakia. I'm here in Los Angeles as well. I'm part of Go Get 'em Tiger, where we have a bunch of cafes around the city, and it was wonderful to be able to taste all of these coffees. So I'm excited to talk about it.
Thank you, Zakia. Willem, I think we have, let's give it 5 more minutes to people to introduce, and we start talking about the coffees, because we have the coffee growers here waiting to hear the results about their coffees. So maybe 5 more minutes, 4 more minutes. I see Stefano Isarri, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Stefano Bizzarri. out of Seattle, Washington. I work for Cafe Umbria. We're a local roaster here and been open for about 18 years. I am one of the roasters. I mainly focus on our single origin program, and it was a great experience to judge all these amazing coffees. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefano. Thank you very much.
Rick Appleton, are you connected? Looks like you're connected.
Hi, Will. I'm Rick Appleton. I got a small roasting company based just outside Boston in Massachusetts, and this is my first experience cupping this many coffees in one go, apart from when I trained at Boot Coffee. But I had a really great time over the weekend and some outstanding coffees, so good to see the results.
Great, good to see you.
William, do you see someone from Asia? We have been hearing a lot from United States and from Europe. I think Charlotte W.
Hello, I'm Charlotte from China and now based in Singapore. Yeah, thank you so much for having me here to participate in this event. I did taste some great coffees in last week's cupping sessions. Again, thank you so much and can't wait to hear our discussions.
Perfect, thank you, Charlotte.
I don't see anyone listed from China on the participants list here. It's a bad hour for our Asian friends. There might be already too bad, but if there's someone else from Asia, if he or she would like to introduce him or herself. Otherwise, I would suggest, Juan, that we
let's go. Let's start.
Yes.
Do you want to start with introducing farmers, or let's start discussing the coffees? I think it would be a nice idea to start discussing right now.
Yeah, I would say let's start discussing. Let's move into the first group of 8 coffees, and then while we're doing this, maybe you and Maria Alejandra can review which farmers are present to also present themselves during that discussion group. And I will briefly explain to the audience how we have approached this. So we will have a first group of 8 coffees that we're going to discuss. And these are 8 coffees that we picked across the overall results. So we did not want to start with number 32 and then 31 and then 30, because that would be a little bit predictable, but we chose a first group of 8. And if you could, do you have a slide of that you could
yes,
show?
I'm gonna present. I'm gonna share my screen. Give me one second.
Perfect.
I think now you. So the first one from the first group is Manuel Gustavo Gomez. Okay, we can start with that, Willem.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
I just wanted to point out that we had 57 judges that were able to cup 32 coffees, and all of them evaluated, and these are the averages of these 57 results. We didn't modify any scoring, we didn't eliminate any scores. These are exactly the averages of 57 cuppers, so you can take it into account.
And sample number 22, this is a coffee produced by Manuel Gustavo Gomez, and in your list, this is SG-0023. So the Cropster list, the numbers are 1 point different from this sample number here. And so this was a coffee that scored 85.25 on average. The judges always like to see, what did the head judge score this coffee? And head judges are sometimes right and often wrong. But in this case, my score was 86. So it's quite close to the average. And the flavor notes that we found as a group: black grapes, red cherry, chocolate, floral, blueberry. I would like to invite, who would like to comment on this coffee? So we would specifically invite a judge who has a score higher than the average to share her or his notes. So who would like to share some comments about this coffee? It's a Caturra Castillo variety. You can see the elevation is, just over 2,000 meters. So this is a very high growing coffee from the department of Antioquia, which is the largest coffee producing department in Colombia. Who can I invite to share some results on this coffee?
William, before we start, I think we have the coffee grower here, Manuel Gustavo. Perfect. So maybe he can say hello. Manuel. Wait a minute. I don't know if he can say something, Manuel.
Manuel, bienvenidos.
Okay, let's wait. Let's continue. Maybe if he starts talking, we stop. But go ahead, Will.
Yeah. And I always like to, if judges don't speak up voluntarily, I'm going to invite them to share some notes. Amanda, would you like to share some comments on this coffee? Because you had a nice score, 91 points on this coffee.
Hi, yeah, I really like this coffee a lot. I found black currant that was persistent through the aftertaste as well. Some black tea. Sorry, I'm reading off of a couple different places where I have notes. Very silky body. My other team members who cupped this with me also said applesauce, dark chocolate. Yeah, I found it very pleasant.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I didn't score it as high as you did. Is Martina? Is she on this call? I cannot see her list and the cupping scores at the same time. Who else would like to comment on this coffee with a higher score? Anyone?
I scored this coffee a bit higher as well. Sort of like Amanda, I got the body I thought was really nice. I got some molasses and honey, and I thought it had an interesting, it wasn't overtly tropical, but I got a little bit of guava that I thought was really, really nice.
Yeah, I found the sweetness really appealing, like a honeydew sweetness that I really liked. And I got some flavor notes of cocoa nips. These are the little chunks of cacao. This is...
Buenos días, Gustavo Gómez de Antioquia.
Buenos días, Gustavo Gómez de Antioquia.
And Juan, would you or Maria Alejandra, would you like to translate? Or who is going to translate for the judges?
Manuel, ¿me escucha?
Sí, lo escucho bien, sí.
Manuel, can you hear me? Manuel, thank you for being here.
Perfect. We're having some issues with the translation.
Él va a traducir. En español, porfa. Gracias.
Manuel, ¿cómo está? Cuéntenos un poquito.
Manuel,
diga
how are
hola.
you? Tell us how you're doing here.
Pues un poquito de usted.
We want to hear a little bit about you.
De su café, ¿cómo le ha parecido todo estar en el concurso?
What have you thought about this with the contest?
Llega donde ustedes con la calidad del café.
So here we're sorry, we cannot hear him very well.
Manuel, ¿puede hablar un poquito más duro, por favor?
Manuel, can you speak a little bit louder, please? I'm very happy here for participating and being here with you.
Gracias, Manuel. Muy chévere.
you,
Vamos a
Manuel.
seguir hablando en
It's
su
very pleasant to have
café
you here.
y
We're going to
bienvenido y
continue
gracias
talking
por
about
estar
your company,
acá.
and thank you for being here.
¿Tienes la posibilidad de poner?
Is there a possibility that you can turn on your camera, Manuel?
¿Ya de pronto lo están viendo?
Can anybody see him?
No, no. Esperemos un segundito a ver si lo vemos.
Let's just wait a minute to see if we're able to do it.
Okay, maybe Willem, we can go ahead because we are. Oh, there is.
Bueno, ahora sí.
Buenos días a todos los que están en el
Good morning to everybody who's here.
Muy alegre de estar acá con ustedes.
I'm glad to be here with you.
Gracias, Manuel. Qué bueno verlo. Vamos a
Manuel.
seguir.
Glad to see
Vamos a
you.
seguir
So we
porque
will
tenemos
continue
31
here
lotes más.
because we have 31 more lots. Thank you very much.
Okay, Willem, let's go. Let's continue.
Yes, let's. Can you show me the slides
Yes.
of the farm?
Give me 1 second. And we're gonna talk about this one.
Number 6. And so here we have a coffee with an average score at 85.3. And there are some notes of cardamom, bergamot, clove, peach. And while I look up this coffee in my own list with my own results, is there a judge who would like to comment on this coffee? This is a Caturra Typica Bourbon mix. So this farmer has these varieties planted in their farm and in the department of Tolima. Also 1,970 meters, nice elevation. And who can I invite to comment on this coffee? If you could keep the slide up, please.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna share.
Thank you. So who would like to comment on this coffee? And I'm going to here look at my own results. With all these digital tools, you have to juggle in between the tools. That sometimes requires the most from multitasking.
Maybe Claudia, I see you. I don't know if you want to talk about the coffee.
Hello. I'm sorry about that, but I can't copy it just because I said I get the samples just
Okay.
Friday, and I have a friend of mine. It's with coronavirus. I'm negative, but I need to stay home since Friday.
Okay, it's perfect. No, thank you.
I have my quality control team and my father also cupped today, so they are giving me the notes, but I'm sorry about that. In another one, I will tell you something, I promise.
I'm happy to join on this one. This coffee tasted really nice and fresh to me. I had plenty of fresh green apple, which I associate with coffees from this region that are ready to ship, although I see that dissipating a little before the arrival sample. I've got grapefruit and lemon flavors with a long lemon aftertaste, quite pointed lemon acidity, and fructose kind of sweetness. I scored it 85 points, marking down partially on mouthfeel, and the the flavor was, although interesting and exotic, the complexity wasn't quite there to award a really high score for flavor, but a really enjoyable coffee.
Yeah, thank you. And I scored it 85. Also, I felt that the initial notes were very pleasing. It had like raspberry, some pomegranates with some chocolate, and then in the end it became a little bit drying in the aftertaste, and that kept my score a little bit lower as well. And
Willem, thank you. I think we have the coffee grower here with us. We have Luz Alba. Luz Alba, buenas tardes, días. ¿Nos escucha?
Sí, señor, muy buenos días.
¿Cómo le ha ido? ¿Cómo está? Ahí está con Don Santos, su esposo. ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo se sienten?
Don Santos, how do you feel? I'm very happy here. Very happy here to be participating with you.
Qué bueno. ¿Cómo se siente con todos estos jueces opinando de su café?
Judges giving an opinion with Santos. We're very happy here. We want to give our greeting here to all the coppers and for all of our buyers abroad.
Bueno, muchas gracias.
Processes with the coffee. It's great for all of you here. I'm giving you a very warm greeting here to all of the coopers here. So for all of our buyers.
Gracias, Luz Alba. Ahorita más tarde conversamos. Vamos a seguir con otro caficultor.
So we'll talk with our coffee producer.
Okay, Willem, go ahead.
Yep. Let's go to the next coffee.
Yeah, give me 1 second. And the next coffee is, give me 1 second, this one.
Let's sample. That's from Mario Duque Trujillo. An average score of 84.54. And I'm going to maybe Afshin, would you like to share some of your notes of this coffee? You had a score of 86 for this coffee.
Talk for me. Hello, here's Laura. Here's driving. We're on the road. Yeah. Nice to see you all here. Just let me 14. I'm looking at the notes. Not Duke, right? Mario Duke.
The connection is bad, so I'm not sure if we can. Let's connect back at home.
Yeah, maybe we can ask someone else, Willem, to say something.
Yep.
Because we have the coffee grower, and that would be nice.
Yep. Axel, maybe you would like to comment, or Rick, if you would like to comment. I'm just inviting you so that you can all share into the discussion.
Yeah, I scored this 87.5, and I actually found it a really nice sort of clean mouthfeel, very sweet taste, a really good flavor. I think the balance of everything was really nice. The acidity was really good for me. I'd made notes of dried fruit, sort of the brown sugars, the chocolates. So I actually really enjoyed this coffee.
Yeah, good. That's nice. Yeah. Anyone else who would like to share his or her notes on this coffee? Otherwise,
guys.
Yes.
Sorry.
Would you like to share some of your notes?
No, the reason why I'm just hearing your notes, but I just received the sample yesterday. I was not able to cap this morning, so listening, and for that I cannot be very useful. Okay.
Yep.
Grazie.
Yep. Prego. So, Juan.
No, maybe we can ask the coffee grower to introduce himself. Mario, buenos días. Don Mario, buenos días, ¿me escucha?
Mario, good morning. Do you hear me? I can hear you pretty well.
Sí, perfecto.
I can hear you really well. Good morning. My name is Mario Duque. I am the coffee producer here from Monte Bonito in the Marulanda town in Caldas, in the department of Caldas. Here I am with my farm, with my family, and I'm here with my family. So I'm I'm at 1,150 meters over the sea level. This is a sector of 120 coffee producers where we have a great quality of coffee. I have been a finalist in contests of high quality, and at this moment I'm here very happy to be in the position that I have. And that's why I'm here with my wife. My son couldn't be here, but I'm very glad, and I want to continue working to continue producing the best coffee in the world.
Don Mario, muchas gracias, qué lindas
Mario,
palabras, bienvenido
very
y
nice
aquí
words.
seguimos
You're welcome.
discutiendo de esos cafés.
So, thank you to everybody here, everybody who took their time to try out the very high quality coffee here that we have, and God bless you all.
Bueno, don Mario, que esté muy bien.
Thank you, Mario. Best wishes for you.
Okay, Willem, we should go with the next one.
Exactly. Yep.
The next coffee is this one.
And that coffee is from Roberto de Jesus Rodriguez with an average score of 84.22. And I'm just looking up who has some higher scores for this coffee. And if anyone would like to talk about this coffee. So, Juan, this is another coffee from Antioquia. This is the second coffee in the finalists from Antioquia. Do you know by heart how many coffees from Antioquia we had in the overall competition?
I believe maybe Juan Sebastián Rivera has a little bit more information about that.
We have 6 coffees from Antioquia in this auction.
Okay. Yep.
Maybe I can share my cupping of this lot.
Yeah.
I really like this coffee. For me, it was an 87 points. Just my personal opinion. I'm not part of the judges as I know the coffees. But for me, it's a coffee that's characterized for being very, very fruity. It has a very round and juicy body. And like would be one of the coffees that I would like to drink every day, actually. I really like it for being balanced as well.
Yeah. And you were part of the pre-selection, right, Maria?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, you guys did an awesome job pre-selecting these coffees.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Remember that we had 1,610 participate lots, and at the end we are discussing here the best 32. So all the cuppings that we had to in Colombia, all the samples and everything, we are very happy to be able to finish tomorrow with the auction of the best coffees from Colombia Land of Diversity.
Is Amativo, are you online? Is Amativo online? Because
I don't think so, Willem. I don't think so. I don't see them.
I'm trying to invite some judges who have some higher scores, or Jakub. And is the producer present?
No, the producer is not here with us. Maybe we can move on with the next coffee.
Let's move on. Yeah. Perfect.
Here we have
sample number 4. And this is from Tolima again. And so this is a Colombia Tabi variety. So Juan, what can you tell us about the Tabi variety? Because there's a little story about this variety, right?
To be honest, Maria and Juan Sebastian, they love this variety. Maybe they can share their comments about them.
So the Tabi variety is a really big plant, let's say, and it's characterized for being very floral. Another advantage that this variety has is that it's resistant to coffee leaf rust. So it's a solution for the producer to have a very good cup profile and also being covered by any diseases such as the rust. So it's excellent, and I really like it as well for the floral characteristics. And in this case, it's mainly fruity. Maybe some of the judges can share their scores.
Yeah, who would like to share his or her scores about this coffee?
I can do that. I had this at an 85. I thought it was, again, super floral. For me, it had some pretty nice citrus acidity, but I had it an 85 because for me, it was a little bit nutty, and the sort of flavor balance between the florality and the peanuts for me was like a little bit strange. So I docked it a little bit for that, like nuttiness combined with floral flavors.
Perfect. I think we have the coffee grower here, Duvernay. Buenos días, Duvernay, ¿cómo está?
Buenos días para todos.
Good morning.
Sí, perfecto.
First, I want to thank God and all of you here for being here. Tell us a little. This is one of the best coffees of the world, so welcome to our farm. I'm here, happy to be here with you. So, I have been here in this auction. And the auction here in Bogota was very good. It was very special for Santo Vizcayas. And here, we are live, and I am very anxious to see the results. I hope you are interested for this coffee, and I say again, it's been many times in this, so it's excellent here in the Tolima level. Thank you very much.
Gracias, Duvernay. Qué bueno tenerlo aquí. Qué alegría verlo a través de esta pantalla.
See you here in this stream. And again, I'm inviting you all here to come here to Tolima. And here we're known for the very good coffee. And we have good altitude.
Perfecto. Gracias, Duvernay. Chao. Okay, Willem.
Is the translation working well?
I think it's good. I think everyone is hearing perfect.
Okay, perfect. Just checking.
Okay, let me share my screen again.
Yeah.
1 second. And now we have this one.
That is SG-0006. And so this coffee is produced by Andres Norberto Yepes, also from Antioquia. Average score 85.17. And is the farmer present? Because it would be nice to meet him or her or the couple, but it looks like this is the owner is Andres only.
I don't know. Let me check 1 second, Willem.
Yes, maybe. Don Andrés, ¿está conectado?
Andrés, are you connected?
Don Andrés, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo le ha ido?
Andrés, how are you? How are you doing? How's everybody here?
Muy bien.
We're all doing fine here. We hear you well.
Sí, señor. Don Andrés, cuéntenos un poco de su finca
tell us a little bit about
y el
your
proceso,
farm.
por favor.
And the process, please. How are you doing there?
Muy bien, don Andrés, ¿nos puede contar
Andrés, can you tell us a
cómo
little
hace el
bit
proceso en su
how
finca,
is the
dónde está
process in your
ubicada?
farm? The process is manual. We do it with my wife. My children help me, but my wife is my right hand, and that's all completely manual. How do you do the process in your farm? So, so we do it with a hand, but my wife is my right hand, and we put it in vinegar and we dry it out. We dry it. So that's why we're here. We are at an elevation 1,800, 1,900 meters. It's La Piedra, very nice town. We're the very few coffee producers in this town. And we are from Antioquia, from Guatapé, Vereda La Piedra. It's La Caña, is the name.
Muchas gracias, don Andrés.
Thank you, Mr. Andrés.
Verlo.
I'm
Le
glad to
mandamos
hear
un
you.
saludo muy
So a very
especial
warm welcome.
y que mañana su lote pues sea vendido en la subasta
I
a un
hope
muy
that your
buen
lot
precio.
will be sold in the auction.
I think the translation was not that correct. He doesn't put vinegar into the coffee, but he just, in Spanish we say, or the coffee growers say usually, that they leave in fermentation as a vinegar, let's say. So he depulps the coffee, then the coffee is left in fermentation, and after the fermentation is done, he washes the coffee.
It means like they take the fermentation to an elevated level, playing a little bit with flavors, yeah, dancing with the risk of acetic acids, yeah, and that sometimes produces great results. I would suggest we go to the next coffee,
yeah,
because I want us to be able to give all the farmers a even chance, yeah.
Give me 1 second. The next one is Marcos Orlando.
Yeah, and this is a farm La Armonía in department Quindío, and this is a Castillo variety, which is also a rust resistant variety. The average score is 85.24. And is the farmer present, Juan? Is the farmer there?
I don't know. Let me check. Give me 1 second. I don't think so. Some of my teammates, do you see the guy? The farmer? No. Maybe some judge can discuss this coffee.
Yeah, who would like to...
We have here the coffee grower. Don Marcos, ¿cómo está? ¿Nos escucha?
Aquí estamos presentes.
Hola, don Marcos, ¿cómo está?
Muy buenos días, señor del jurado, ¿cómo está? Bendiga. Soy del departamento del Quindío, la vereda Ribrí San Juan, finca La Armonía. Me siento muy contento, gracias a Dios por estar en este evento. Participo, llevo primero, llevo más o menos 25 años cultivando el café. Debido a la roya y esos problemas que hubo en el café, entonces eliminó los cafés, hubo un tiempo de proceso. Arrancamos nuevamente con la variedad Castilla, y ahí estamos trabajando con la variedad Castilla. Se compone de 3 personas, mi esposa Blancarit, y me dijo Daniel Orlando Verano Díaz, y mi nombre es Marcos Orlando Verano. Hermanos, muchas gracias a ustedes por tenerme aquí representando al departamento del Quindío.
Muchas gracias a usted, don Marcos, por su gran trabajo. So I think we could...
Let me share. Give me 1 second. The next one is Gabriel Devia.
Gabriel Levia in the department of Tolima, average score 84.4. And is the farmer present?
No, he's not here.
Okay. I would love to make sure that the farmers who are present, that we give them a chance to talk, and also some of the farmers who have some of the top level coffee. So if you're okay, then unless a judge would like to comment on this coffee, then otherwise I would say, let's move on to the next coffee, because we have still quite a few coffees to cover. And I would suggest to go to the next coffee then.
The next coffee is Ivan de Jesus.
And is Ivan present? I love his dogs.
that
Yeah.
That we get our hands on, except that when the acidity started going from medium to high, we have to put the brakes on because it's not something that we can sell. So having said that, I skipped. What's the number of this lot? I'm sorry.
Willem, do you have the number from Cropster over there?
It's SG-0017.
0017. 16. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I have my notes.
Maria Rosalina Criollo Cañar.
Maybe Will, while Carlos is waiting for his note, do you want to comment something?
I mean, I
Yes.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Will.
Oh, sorry. So I had peach, long sweet aftertaste, very smooth, grape tartaric acidity, a buttery mouthfeel. I thought the balance was particularly exceptional. I gave this coffee full marks for balance. I had fructose, jammy, and almost honey note coming through in the sweetness. For me, this is one of the top 3 coffees that I tasted on all the tables. I thought it was really exceptional. I think within Europe, it would do particularly well, and it's one I'll be looking out for in the auction for sure, especially with it scoring so low on average. I was pretty shocked to see how low this one was scoring. So, yeah, very excited to see what happens with it.
I also thought this coffee was really nice. I scored an 87.5. I also got some really nice white peach, some green apple, a little bit of raspberry, so that sort of tartaric acidity that Will was just talking about. And for me, this was one of the coffees that improved the most as it cooled, especially on the second table. Really nice, tasted great throughout the cupping session for me. Y gracias, María. Su café está excelente para mí.
Thank you, Kevin, Will, everyone for the comments. We really appreciate it, and it's very nice that you are able to talk to the coffee grower and tell her the amazing coffee that she produces. Thank you guys for the next coffee is Oscar Solin.
And average score 85 points from Will.
Yeah, so I found this coffee, it had a lot of interesting, like, sort of floral notes, like hibiscus. I found it to be very refreshing. Some raspberry notes, lemongrass. My colleague who cupped this with me, though, found it to be a little bit under roasted, so he disagreed with me, but my scores are in there, so there you go. It's a great coffee. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Amanda. Are we able to connect Oscar, or should we move on?
Don Oscar, ¿está conectado?
Sí, señora, buenos días.
¿Cómo está, don Oscar? Qué gusto saludarlo.
Bien, muy bien, buenos días, ¿cómo están?
Muy bien. Don Oscar, ¿usted podría prender
Oscar,
la cámara
can
rápidamente?
you turn on the camera here very quickly?
Que queremos verlo.
Espera un momentico.
Give us one moment.
O tranquilo, don Oscar, si quiere cuéntenos un poco
If you
de
want,
su
tell us a
finca
little bit
y
about
del
your
proceso.
farm and the process.
Yo vivo en la vereda del
I
Tambillo.
live in the town El Tambillo, in the town of Rivera Huila. I am located 1,960 meters of elevation over the sea level. I live.
Qué bueno, don Oscar. Ahí, ¿y usted está en la finca en este momento?
Oscar, are you in the town, in the farm at this moment? I'm here in the school near the house where we have internet connection.
Perfecto, don Oscar. Pues muchas gracias porque
Oscar,
su café
thank you very
estaba
much because your coffee
espectacular,
was
como estaban
spectacular,
comentando.
and we're going to be commenting about that.
Nos alegra mucho verlo acá conectado.
Great to see you connected in here.
Estoy entendiendo todo.
That's amazing to have all the coffee growers here. William, let's move to the next coffee.
Yep.
The next coffee is Miguel Fernando.
And we have an average of 85.2. Black tea, banana, blueberry, stone fruit are some of the descriptors. If I would read all of the descriptors on this coffee, I would have I would need various minutes looking at the summary sheet. And this is a Castillo. It comes from Norte Santander. Juan or Maria, what can you share with us about Norte de Santander in terms of that area, that department in Colombia?
Excellent. Norte de Santander, as the name says, it's a department that's located in the northern part of Colombia. And it's very particular because even if it's in the northern part, they have two harvests, one for the first semester and one for the second semester. And the microclimates that are there are very special as they receive the winds that come from the northern part from the sea, let's say, and also the ones that come from the mountain ranges. I can invite maybe Carlos to talk about this coffee because I see that he scored very high this coffee.
This
I did.
008, right?
Yes, I did. That's probably my favorite coffee of all. It fits the coffee profile that we sell here in Canada, in Western Canada. It was very sweet. I had a little bit of pomelo, also stone fruit, caramel, and a little bit of cocoa. Two things that are practically vital for the Western Canada coffees. Very nice.
Thank you, Carlos. I think we have the coffee grower here, so you can speak with him. Miguel, ¿nos escucha? Miguel? Oh, I don't know, he's connected, but it seems that it's not working. Oh, there he is. Miguel, hable, por favor, ¿cómo está?
Miguel, can you speak, please? How are you?
No lo escuchamos, el
We
micrófono
don't hear you.
se está funcionando.
I don't know if the microphone is working.
No, it's not working the microphone. No, no funciona el micrófono, no lo escuchamos, Miguel.
The microphone isn't working. We don't hear you.
Well, okay, well, I think we should move on.
But I would say I agree. This was one of my better coffees. I rated it 86.25. What held me back scoring it higher was that it was a very delicate, soft coffee, but I had really nice descriptors: Concord grape, grapefruit, like a mandarin orange sweetness.
William,
Really nice coffee.
I would like to say something about this coffee. I was part of the pre-selection panel judge, and this coffee was one of my favorite coffee. I scored the coffee 88 points. I found some orange and cardamom notes, and it's so amazing to find this kind of coffees in Norte Santander. This coffee is the winner of the acidity in the protocol of Colombia Land of Diversity. And I would like to say something important to take into account of the results of all these coffees that we are presenting here. These results are the average of 57 judges. So this could be the reason why the scores can be seen somewhat low, but it's just numbers. And this coffee was really, really amazing.
I'd also just say that like this had the highest acidity score for me of any coffee in the entire, or the second highest acidity score of any coffee for me in the entire thing. So if you're looking for a coffee that's super bright, it had like some really nice like tart goji berry flavors that were really unique for me. So yeah, if acidity is something that you value, I would look at this coffee pretty seriously.
And I would like to agree with that. It's the acidity had various dimensions. Like I got like Concord grape, some grapefruit, mandarin orange acidity. So, and I felt that that was really contributing to this flavor profile. Yeah, and I see a few judges had very scores, but Stefano Bizzarri, for example, had a 90 points on this coffee. But I'm not sure if Stefano is present.
He was indeed. There he is.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, kind of busy working and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought very, very bright. Definitely like high acidity, which definitely gave it helped give it a high score for me. Also, like aroma fragrance was really what got me excited about this coffee initially. I got like tropical fruits and spices, and then after I poured water on the break, I got some vanilla and caramel. Kind of got like a lemon lime acidity, which I enjoyed. I also got some like dark chocolate, a little bit of orange, and some caramel. So it was an interesting coffee. Wasn't maybe extremely balanced just because of the really high acidity, but I did enjoy it.
Thank you, Stefano. Thank you for your comments. Appreciate them.
Let's go.
Let's continue. So the next one is Gonzalo.
And 85.5 average score from Tolima. And is the farmer present?
Sí, estoy conectado. Muy buenos días.
Buenos días, Gonzalo.
Good morning.
¿Cómo le ha ido? Qué bueno tenerlo acá.
So great to have you here. Thank you. I'm very happy here to finding myself to be here with you. A greeting to everybody. Good evening, good morning, and good night. And I know the time is very limited, but I will be brief. But I'll try to tell you a little bit about this. I'm from Antioquia. I've been a coffee producer all of my life, and I'm been here for a few years because the quality here is what really pays off in here. So I'm here in Planal, some of the nicest territories of Tolima here, and you're all very invited here. And the one who buys me the coffee, I'll wait for you here in my house so we can have a nice soup in here, and I'll treat you for a nice soup.
Qué bueno, yo también le caigo allá.
I will land there in your house too. This will be here. We have enough soup for everybody.
Gracias, Gonzalo. Vamos ahora a discutir el café.
So we're going to discuss about the coffee right now. Thank you to everybody.
I love the pride of this farmer. It's so wonderful. That's really, really cool. This coffee, I think, was, in my opinion, it was so interesting because of its sweetness, driven by like maple syrup and like a note of custard, and it had these classical chocolate notes that can make coffees so suitable for various applications. And I think this is a great example. This coffee is a great example of that. Yeah. And the average score for this coffee was, I'm just going up my notes here, almost 85.5. So it's a good score.
Okay. Willem, I think we are very short on time. Maybe let's try to hurry up a little bit so every coffee grower has the chance. The next coffee grower is Yolanda. Yolanda, I don't know if she's here. If she's not, let's have a judge to comment very quick or two, and let's proceed because we won't have the time.
Doña Yolanda, buenos días. ¿Se encuentra por acá?
So Yolanda, you here?
I don't know, maybe one judge who would like to comment on this coffee?
Maybe Afshin? Do you want to say something about this coffee?
Okay, this was one of our favorite coffees, one of our favorites. We found chocolate, green apple, very velvety body, soft, delicate coffee, very nice everyday brew, nice batch brew coffee. So it's a very, very well balanced coffee. We gave 87 points to this coffee. Yeah, it was just an overall nice coffee for batch brew or even V60 or some form of alternative brew.
Excellent, Afshin. Thank you. Maybe Andrew from Cafe Imports that I see here at 90.5 points from your side. Andrew?
I think he left.
Okay.
María Juan, I'm seeing now Doña Yolanda. Doña Yolanda, ¿cómo se encuentra? ¿Puede quitar el silencio del micrófono, por favor?
No, let's continue. Let's continue with the next coffee.
I think this was a really nice, very nice coffee. I gave it 88.25. So it's one of my highest scores. I agree with Afshin. It had this inert sweetness, like a winey note with red currants and red apple. Really, really great coffee. Let's go on to the next coffee. And
the next one is Wilmer Calderon. I think Wilmer is here. Don Wilmer, buenos días.
Sí, buenos días. ¿Sí me
¿Cómo le está? ¿Cómo le ha ido? Sí.
Bien, gracias a Dios, contento por ser la primera vez que participo.
Things good here.
Qué bueno, qué alegría poderlo tener acá y que contemos con su presencia, es lo más importante.
Presence here is the most important thing. Thank you very much. I am from Ibagué, from the town of Ibagué. I am at an elevation of 2,150 meters. My coffee is Caturra. And I'm very grateful that I took out this coffee with all my love. So we're doing it really well in here.
Muchas gracias, Will, muy amable. Vamos a seguir porque no nos alcanzamos. Un placer tenerlo acá y siga trabajando fuerte.
Sí, felicidades con su café.
Muchas gracias.
Con mucho gusto.
Is there a judge? Maybe Mike, do you want to talk about this coffee? If you have notes.
It's a great coffee, lemongrass, herbal, very round. I like this coffee. I gave it 86.5.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, this was a good coffee. Was not one of my favorites, but overall very balanced. Yeah, very clean, balanced coffee.
Perfect. The next one is Luisa Fernanda.
And we have an average of 84.9, sugarcane, vainilla, ripe fruit, brown sugar. Is Luisa present?
Let me check real quick. I don't think so. Maybe one judge wants to say something.
And
Maybe.
we have.
Sorry, William, go ahead.
No, I'm just looking at the average and comparing it to how the judges scored. The most scores were towards 85, so there was a lot of agreement here. Some had slightly higher scores, like Stefano, he had an 87. And
Amanda.
Yeah, and so it's obviously a very solid coffee, but I also see some more critical notes from some judges that rated it a bit lower, towards 82. And is anyone would like to comment, share some notes on this coffee? I would otherwise say let's move on to the next coffee.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The next one is Maria Bercelina. I think the coffee grower is here.
Wonderful. It's really nice to give them.
Maria Bercelina, buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿Cómo le va?
I'm here, very grateful here to be here for this great event. So here representing the town, my beautiful town here in Huila, Acevedo, Huila.
Qué bueno, qué chévere, muy patriota, qué bueno, eso me gusta mucho.
Thank you very much, I like this very much.
Ah, bueno, cuéntenos un poquito de usted, su café rápidamente.
About your coffee quickly here. So my family here is made up of my husband, my 3 children, and I am part here. I've been here working with coffee for 10 years, and we are a family that's in love of our work with coffee here, and we're trying to go ahead in life.
Perfecto. María Arcelina, ¿qué variedad tiene usted?
What variety do you have? I have the variety of Colombia, Castillo Tambo, and Geisha, and Caturro. I also have Caturro.
Qué bueno, tiene todo, mejor dicho, casi.
Wow, it's amazing. You have everything in there. Thanks.
Bueno, un placer tenerla aquí. Vamos a seguir. Qué chévere poder contar con usted. Y felicidades.
Fantastic counting with you. Thank you.
Felicidades. Muchas gracias.
Okay. Someone wants to comment, maybe, I don't know, Juan Sebastian from our group. Maybe he wants to say something.
Yes, of course. Let me check my notes. Maria Bercelia, I scored that coffee 87.5. I found some chocolate, barley notes, really, really sweet, really balanced, citric acidity. In cold, the coffee is better. I found some fruity notes also, and I think this is a pink bourbon, and I found that floral-like, honey floral-like from the variety. So for me, it's a really good coffee.
Perfect, thank you. Let's move to the next one, Willem.
Yeah, no, I agree on the florality of this coffee. It's very, very nice florality in this flavor profile. Yeah.
The next one is Laura Arteaga.
And is Laura present?
I didn't see her.
So I hear someone. There she is.
Laura, buenos días.
Laura Arteaga Navarro.
¿Cómo se encuentra? Qué bueno verla.
It's great to see you here. Thank you very much. I'm doing
Está ahí
fine
con
here.
todos sus compañeros, lo
I
están
see here with
acompañando.
everybody there, they're all there with you. Yeah, they're all here with me. I am the winner of the 5th prize of the Department of Nariño.
Qué bueno, no, felicitadores, ya es una ganadora por estar acá.
Congratulations, you're already a winner for being here. So thank you very much to you.
Perfecto, muchas gracias. Vamos ahora a discutir un poco de su
So now we're
café.
going to discuss your coffee a little bit.
William, now you can point to a judge to see what their thoughts are.
And so my score for this coffee was 86. Honey, lime, hints of jasmine, honeysuckle. Very delicate coffee. Sweet, very sweet. And Mike, I don't know if you would like to comment, or Rick, or Curtis. I would like to just see if any of you would like to share.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this coffee. I found it, I had notes of honey and very fruitiness. I even wrote down watermelon. I think it had really good, vibrant, citrusy acidity. It was very nice mouthfeel, very refreshing, and zingy aftertaste. I really enjoyed it. I scored it an 89.
Nice. That's cool. And
Mike,
thank you.
I was 86.5. I thought it was kind of chocolate caramel malty. To me, the citrus was kind of orange and lime, and I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Yep. Yeah, very nice coffee.
Okay, let's move to the next one.
Where are we on the list? How many coffees are we still going to review, just to give the judges?
I think we have nine left.
Okay,
so
9 left. Yeah.
So we have Jose Nargel now.
And so this is SG0027. This is a relatively higher average score of 86.36. Mango, tropical fruit, banana, floral, apricots, and again, any judge who would like to share notes on this coffee, please do so. And my score was 87. So this is, in my top half of the coffees overall. And if I look at the other specific descriptive notes, I think, again, this coffee scored so well in sweetness. And I feel, sweetness in a competition like this is always key. And this coffee, for that reason, did really well, I felt. Any other comments on this coffee by any judge?
I want to say something about the producer. This producer, Jose Nargel from Tolima, he was the winner of the first version of Colombia Land of Diversity and was the highest auctioned coffee in 2016. So this is an excellent coffee. Again, I think the scores, the average scores are not really representative of these coffees, as I see a lot of 87s and 88s on your score sheets. Maybe Afshin, you can say something about this coffee?
We have Jose Nargel here. Maybe you want to hear the coffee grower first, which is very important. Jose Nargel, buenos días.
Jose Nargel, good morning.
¿Cómo le va? ¿Cómo está esa felicidad?
So speak to me loudly because it's raining really hard down here.
Ah, no, pues me alegra tenerlo. Felicitaciones, qué bueno que esté acá y qué emocionante verlo a través de una pantalla.
Thrilling to see you here behind the screen. Thank you very much here to Maria Alejandra, to everybody here. Long time since I haven't seen all of you guys, so I'm very happy here. And here, I haven't been able to participate here in the national contest here, so I managed to participate this year. And last year, I was the actual champion here in Ibagué, and today I am one of the finalists here, and here with the quality. Here, very happy with my family, with my brother, and here we're grateful to be representing this lot. So tomorrow we'll go again in the bidding. I hope we go very well. I'm very happy here. So 14, 15, 16 in Taiwan in a fair, and we're gonna have a lot of things there going around. So I want to tell you, I'm the first generation in coffee. I'm the first generation. So we're starting here with this thing. I hope my daughter continues with this thing, with this legacy I'm continuing here. This is a coffee that was done in two processes. It's got Castillo Trini at 100%. It was done with a presentation of 75 and then 75 hours in the fermentation here, and a total of 150 hours of extended fermentation here. So I'm here in Ibagué. I'm at an altitude of 2,200 meters over the sea level. It's a little bit chilly up here, but I'm very happy here, and congratulations to everybody. And here we want to improve all of this. So we have to
Bueno,
continue.
muchas gracias.
Thank you very
Muchas
much.
gracias, José. Nos estaremos viendo y felicitaciones. Continuaremos por ahí hablándonos.
Don Anargel, qué felicidad verlo.
Anargel, great to see you.
Now we invite Action to give the comments about this coffee.
Yeah, this was our favorite coffee for espresso. So this was our all-time favorite for espresso. Creamy, chocolatey, caramelly, nice acidity. So not a very strong acidity, very nice acidity for that espresso. So even with a cappuccino or a latte going into something like this as a single origin even. So very aftertaste was very nice for us. Flavor, so yeah, this was our favorite for 87.25. We gave this coffee, and it really came through on all of us, not just one or two of us. So it confirmed that we confirmed the same things with all four of us. So it was very nice coffee on espresso.
Excellent, Action. Thank you so much for your comments. Maybe Amanda, you would like to say something about this coffee?
Hi, yeah. Let me see. So I found this coffee to be very like velvety in the body. We found stone fruit, some watermelon, red grape, and florals. It's a very, very nice coffee. Thank you, Jose. And I have.
Thank you, Amanda. Let's move on to the next coffee. William.
Yeah.
The next one is Luis Jose Ardila.
So we're approaching gradually the top rated coffees. This coffee 8657 average score from Antioquia also, and 1700 meters. So this is not the highest elevation, but obviously with this average score, there are quite a few judges who had really positive notes. I can see some of the Asian judges had very, very complimentary good notes on this coffee. My score was actually 89 on this coffee, so it's one of my higher rated coffees. And is the farmer present by any chance?
Yes, Luis José, ¿cómo está?
Sí,
¿Cómo le
estoy
ha ido?
presente.
Qué bueno tenerlo por acá.
Great to see you here. The pleasure is mine to be able to see you all and to be able to tell you a little bit about my coffee. I am from the town of Sonson. Here with my son, we do a fermentation, a prolonged fermentation to the coffee. And here we have a quality, an excellent quality, and we hope that you like it a lot. And we give it a fermentation of 120 hours, and we wait. People really like our coffee, and that later on we'll need some buyers to buy our coffee. Luis Jose, tell us a little bit about those 120 hours of fermentation. How do you do them? How is the process?
Le damos en bolsa y en...
We do it in a bag, and then we give it 8 hours and 12 hours. In our words, 108 hours is given after the when we take the pulp away. And then 12 hours in sherry and 120 after the when we take away the pulp. So thank you very much. So we can notice the teamwork with Byron, and he's we know him pretty well. So great hug.
Maria, can you translate what he said about the processing?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if you're able to choose there the translation to English.
No.
If you go to the bar, then you can choose there Spanish or English. But just as a summary, he was saying the fermentation of this coffee, it's 120 hours. They do first 12 hours in fermentation before depulping, and then they pack for 108 hours the coffee in bags to control the fermentation process. And that's why we find very good cherry notes in these coffees that I would like any judges to share your perception of these coffees.
So it's, Mike, this is a type of dry fermentation. So it's an extended amount of time holding the parchment coffee after pulping in bags and allowing that to proceed can be risky, but if you do it in conditions that are cool enough, then you can actually come up with great results. And if I just look at my own score, the 89, red currant, red apple, sweet, juicy, like a honey sweetness. This is really one of my favorite coffees. And I see various scores from judges that are like 90 points. It would be so nice to hear those judges, but folks are probably busy in their work days already. But Mike, what did you score this coffee, by the way?
I'll jump in. I gave that an 88. As you said, it can be dangerous or risky, but I thought he did a great job. The fruit was there, but so was the
we lost Mike. It's frozen in time. Who else would like to comment on this coffee?
I'll have a go.
Yes.
Dylan. Yeah, this was one of my favorite coffees on the table as well. I thought it was really clean, and it had apple and some tropical fruits. I really liked the banana note that I picked up on, and strong caramel finish. Yeah, 86.75 for me.
I expected this will be a really good auction performer. That's my prediction for this coffee. Yeah.
Hopefully. Remember, tomorrow at 1 p.m. in Europe, the auction, 7 in the morning in Colombia. So please put it in your agenda so you're not going to forget that important meeting that we have tomorrow on the webpage, www.colombialandofdiversity.com.
Yeah, if you did not register yet, then now is the time to do so. Yeah.
Let's move on, or what? We have 7 coffee left and we are under time. Maybe if judges, do you agree we continue? We have very nice coffees coming up, so let's stay a little bit more and let's get the last ones done. The next one I'm gonna share right now is Saulo Enrique.
And average score 86.46. And so I would expect that there are, again, some judges that have really nice high scores for this coffee. And I'm just looking up my scores here as well. Is the farmer present? Is he?
I don't see him, but maybe a judge can go ahead and start commenting on the coffee.
Yeah,
This
who
is my-
would like to comment?
Yeah.
Kevin, go ahead.
Yeah, this is my second favorite coffee amongst all of them. For me, it was had some really nice florality to it, some sort of like freeze-dried strawberry, lemon, yellow apple, almond, green melon. It was a little bit light in body, but like fruity, crisp, super complex. Great coffee.
Thank you. Very nice for that. Someone else?
Hey guys, good morning.
Hey David, how are you?
Good evening. What's up? I've just been sitting here in the background listening to all the great comments, and the participation of the farmers has been wonderful. But this was also one of my top coffees, top three. And I found very good creaminess, vanilla notes, bergamot, stone fruit. I thought it was a very nice coffee. I gave it an 88.25.
Super.
Nice. I agree with
Mike, sorry, Mike.
Last time I was talking, my internet went. I like this coffee as well. Both of them were really nice coffees. Gave it 88. I thought it was just nice florals, red raspberry, green watermelon. I really enjoyed this. Very clean. It was another great coffee.
Super, thank you. Yeah, we saw you frozen on the screen, so we say what happened with Mike. Let's move on to the next coffee grower. We have this one, Willem.
Nelly del Carmen Diaz, 85.65, average score. Winey, candy sugar, orange, pineapple. Very nice descriptors. And is Nelly present?
Sí. Aló, muy buenos días. Mi nombre es Nelly Díaz.
Buenos días, Nelly. Bienvenida. ¿Cómo está?
You're welcome here. Thanking God here. I'm very happy here to be here representing the town of Constata in the town of Nariño. My farm, La Granja, the farm, is the name. And as long as I am, I'm near to the Galeras volcano and Guadarinha. So you can imagine this. So I work with my husband, my two children, Danilo and Johnny. Thank you very much.
Gracias, Nelly.
Thank you.
Qué bueno tenerla acá y un abrazo muy grande desde acá. Todos los que estamos muy felices.
All of us, we're all happy to have you here. We're all the finalists here with the extensionists in here. So congratulations for your coffee.
Gracias a mi Dios y quiero seguir adelante.
God, I want to continue. I'll continue here so you can buy our coffee.
Bueno, perfecto, Nelly. Un abrazo, cuídense mucho.
Bueno, gracias. Igualmente ustedes.
And I really like the red fruit, berry notes on this coffee. The brown sugar sweetness was a little bit drying in the end, but overall a great coffee.
Perfect.
Yep.
Anyone wants to say something about the coffee? Okay, let's move to the next one. We have here Jose Antonio Caes.
And Nariño is a Catura variety, 83.93, 1700 meters elevation, honey, chocolate, caramel, brown sugar, spicy. And again, from the Nariño department. This is not one of the top scoring coffees, but obviously having made it to the finalist, it will stand on its own, also as a very solid auction coffee. Can you share one more time the slides, just briefly?
Give me 1 second. Yeah.
Yep. And is Jose present?
Buenos días. Represento el municipio de Tangua.
Good morning. I'm representing the town of Tambo. We're at 2,000 meters over the sea level.
Don José, ¿cómo está? Qué bueno
Jose, how are
tenerlo por
you?
acá.
Great to have you here with us. Thank you very much.
¿Cómo es el nombre de su finca?
What is the
Perdón.
name of your farm? Sorry. Tangua is the name of the farm in San Vicente La Loma.
Perfecto, felicitaciones por estar acá.
Congratulations for
Es
being
un
here
logro
with
muy
us.
importante
It's a
llegar a
very
ser
good
finalista de
achievement here to
Colombia
be a
Tierra de
finalist
Diversidad.
here of Colombia Land of Diversity.
Un abrazo fuerte y cuídense
Big hugs
mucho
for
ahí
you. You
en
take
la
care.
distancia, por favor.
In the distance, please. Keep your distance. So thanks to you.
Okay, Willem, go ahead. Any judge wants to say something about this coffee? Maybe not. Maybe let's proceed with the last 5 lots. Willem, I'm gonna be sharing you the screen.
Wonderful.
Here we have Jorge Antonio Arboleda.
Just for every judge, sorry to interfere, Willem, just for every judge to be clear, up until now we have shown our results in a random order, but the last 5 is the real top 5 from the international jury. So this is the number 5 as scored by all of you guys.
And so now we really would like all of you to speak up, to share your notes, not be shy. And, you know, sharing your cupping notes is also really helpful for the farmers who have been working all year. And we know that you are great cuppers. So why be shy about these cupping notes? You know, this is not the moment to hold back. So this is an 87 average score from Los Pinos in Antioquia, Caturra variety, peach, stone fruit, raspberry, grapes, jasmine. So that by itself grants a fierce bidding competition in the auction, such a flavor profile. Average score 87, and I'm just looking up my own notes here for this coffee, which are, this is probably my number 2 or my number 3 coffee in the overall lineup. I gave it 88.5. And so obviously with such a score, then typically I will rate this coffee very high on sweetness. And is the farmer present, by the way, before I continue?
No. He's as well from Antioquia, and really it was impossible for them to go to the town to get internet. But this is also a Caturra Chiroso variety. That's the one that I was telling you before. That's why we see from Antioquia coffees that have like the similar profile, floral, apricot, very, very sweet are the main characteristics. Maybe Kevin, I know that you like this coffee.
Please unmute. Okay.
Yeah, this is my favorite coffee, hands down. Of all the coffees on the table, I got super floral. Again, a little bit of melon for me, and like a very distinct like blood orange acidity. Yeah, fantastic coffee.
Excellent, thank you.
I totally agree. I got like notes of cherry, blueberry, like the delicate or balanced acidity of like a pear, like a well-ripened pear, cantaloupe. It had like a winey note, really wonderful coffee. Yeah, these are those coffees for which we hold these events for, because they are so prolific and so so sweet by themselves. Yeah.
Thank you, William.
Anyone else would like to comment?
Maybe Stefano, that he had a very good score on this one as well.
This was probably like top 3 coffees for me. I really enjoyed it. I got like a really nice strawberry lemonade flavor to it, which I really liked, and kind of set it aside from everything else that was cupping at the moment. And I also got some plum and some tropical fruits. I thought it was like a kind of like a pineapple. It was a little bit drying on the finish for me, and so I think that's why I kind of scored it a little lower than what I was expecting. But yeah, it was really, really delicious.
Thank you, Stefano. Maybe we can continue with the next one?
Yep.
Yes. Give me 1 second, guys. Here we have Luis Alvaro.
Luis Alvaro, 87 points from El Jardín in Antioquia. This is a coffee that also did very well in the Antioquia competition earlier this year. I think he was actually the #1 or close to the #1. And it says Catura variety. Is Luis present?
No, he's not present, but maybe we can invite Rodrigo. Rodrigo is the extensionist, that is the person from the technical service of the FNC that gives assistance to all of these producers in Antioquia. Rodri?
Un saludo muy especial para todos.
A very warm welcome to everybody here, to all the coffee producers. So I want to talk to you a lot about the people of Urrao, Luis Alvaro, Jorge, and all of the other coffee producers of Antioquia. And I want to tell you that in the last 8 years, they have been working on the top 5 of the best contests here in the department level. They have a lot of consistency in their quality, and also they want to have the best coffees here to try them out in all the stores in the world.
Gracias, Rodri, muy amable.
Rodrigo,
Qué rico, bueno verte.
Great to see you.
Let's continue with the notes of the coffee, Willem.
Yeah. Who would like to comment? I had to switch devices. So what is the number? Can you help me out?
This is
Luis Álvaro Urrego. Luis Álvaro Vargas Urrego. That's him.
Sample number 3.
Yeah.
I think Curtis wants to say something.
Yeah.
I'll go. This was sample 3, SG4, Willem. To me, this and the one before, I had very similar notes. I gave them both the same score, actually, and I made a comment. They both reminded me of Ethiopia as far as the floral, the strong fruit, the lemongrass. I had them identical, and they were on the first table of cupping following Cropster, and they were both coffees I advanced to my final table. 2 great coffees, and right about right, I had them. I loved them both.
Great, Mike. Maybe you're going to take this coffee tomorrow?
I hope so.
Great.
Curtis, go ahead.
Then.
Curtis wanted to say something as well.
Yeah, thanks, Juan. And Juan, thank you so much for all your work. I know it's putting together everything like you've done.
Thank you, Curtis.
Great. Yeah, I really like this coffee as well, just like Mike. Amazing sweetness. And I know from earlier this year that this specific farmer is also an expert.
It was also one of the problems I have with a lot of these coffees. The roast was a little bit too light for me to really score them accurately, so I was getting a lot of acidity and not much balance. But this coffee I scored an 86.25, and I think if the roast would have been better, I probably would have scored it 90 something. I wish I had more time to cut the green or to roast the green that I have, but we're just a little too busy right now to get it all done.
Oh, thank you, Curtis, for your comments. You have the green there. go ahead and roast and be ready to beat tomorrow for that coffee.
I really love this coffee as well. I thought it had a great tropical flavor. It had herbal, like an herbaceous quality, kind of like I put like vanilla, jasmine, like Coke, like a cola kind of blend of different herbs and spices that I thought was really complex and sweet, and I thought it was great.
Thank you, Zakiya. Very nice comments.
I had a really interesting strawberry character in this, which I've never really experienced in a Colombian coffee, even through competition in previous years. A black currant characteristic in ginger, which I think is what's potentially other people are picking up as that East African characteristic, but really complex acidity, silky mouthfeel, and baked fruit and syrup sweetness. For me, it was very close on the heels of the other kind of top scoring coffees. So you can see why it's up there in the top 5.
Nice, Will. Thank you for your comments. Very, very important notes. Let's move to the next one, Willem.
Yep, let's put it up.
It's top 3. Here we have.
So this is sample 1. We're getting close to the final winners. This is always a moment to start beating the drums to raise the excitement of the audience. 87.66 average score. Nariño is the department. It says a natural process. Was this a true natural process? Geisha variety, which is the first coffee that is of this variety. Really interesting. And since this is one of the top coffees, I'm sure that there are judges who would love to speak about this. And do we have the farmer also present?
I don't think so, but we have an Oscar Emilio. Oscar Emilio is from the Servicio de Extensión. So, don Oscar, I don't know if si me puede escuchar, si nos puede contar un poco acerca de...
I don't know if you can tell us a little bit about this. Good morning to everybody. It's a great pleasure here to be with you, sharing this great event. And yes, as Juan Sebastián was saying, here in the Department of Nariño, especially in this town here, which is the zone where we have the coffee producer Henry Rodriguez. It's a zone that's always been highlighted for being in the first places in the contest of quality of coffee, both in the federation as also in other contests that are done here in the department. So in the concrete case of Henry Agustin Rodriguez, this is a coffee producer who likes a lot to take the processes with the highest level of detail, both in fermentation. He was telling us here that he does fermentation systems is anaerobic, and also he does different varieties of coffee in his farm, in which he has been able to participate in different events. And this year, apart from the Colombia Land of Diversity, he was participating in the Rate of Excellency. He was on the top positions here in this contest. So here, our coffee producer, well, he's trying to connect himself. And I hope that in a moment he can share with us and with all of you your experiences. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Oscar Emilio, for your comments.
So, here with your comments.
It's a natural geisha processed coffee. So yes, it's a real natural, as William was asking.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that it's geisha. I did not pick up classical geisha notes, so it would be interesting to know, what kind of natural process was done here. But there are various judges who have high scores, who have higher scores than the average. And it would be great if they could share some of their notes. Amanda had a very high score for this coffee. And I don't, Amanda, if you could comment, that would be great.
Yeah, I thought this was a phenomenal coffee. Just lots of tropical fruits, bubblegum, dried strawberry, guava. Just really lovely. I imagine, I can predict that this will sell for a lot of money to the Asian market.
Yep.
That's my expectation. So nice.
Yeah, in the Asian markets, typically these I would say these complex natural processing styles are very popular. Yeah, absolutely.
But let's bid to leave the coffee in the US then. Amanda, go for it.
We'll bring it into the US and then we'll sell it to China.
Nice. That's the way. That's the way to think about it.
Good strategy also.
Perfect. Someone else who wants to comment? We are running out of time and we have the top 2 left. Maybe we should go with the top 2, number 2. I'm going to present it.
Let's do it.
Here we have.
And so this is Diego Samuel Bermudas, and he is not new to the platform of competition winners. It is in El Paraíso, washed coffee, and I know, having visited their mill, that they do some amazing work with processing, specifically with drying practices. And that is really interesting to learn more about. Is he present?
No, unfortunately, he's not here, but he gave the presents to Wilton Benitez. Wilton Benitez is part of Indestec family and the company, and he's here to join and to talk to us. Don Wilton, buenos días. ¿Cómo está?
Hola, Wilson, good morning. How are you? Saludos a todos.
Qué felicidad poder verte, Wilton, otra vez.
Great to see you again.
Igualmente, María Alejandra, y escucharlos a todos, ese excelente trabajo que están haciendo. Muchas felicitaciones al gran equipo Craft por el trabajo que están realizando, todos estos concursos, el posicionamiento de nuestro café. Saludos a todos los clientes, a todos los subastadores, en nombre de Samuel y de Alex Bermúdez, que les mandan un sincero y caluroso saludo. No han podido estar hoy en la conectados. No sé si Alex de pronto.
Gracias, Wilton.
Para mí es muy grato poder representarlos, poder estar aquí, demostrarles el gran trabajo que hemos estado en nuestra finca, el trabajo de investigación, el trabajo tan grande que hay detrás de estos dos grandes cafés, tanto el de Diego como el de Alex Bermúdez. Pero más que todo no es resaltar un poco el trabajo que hacemos y felicitar el trabajo que hacen muchos de estos productores que están aquí en la lista de personas participando en la subasta, porque sé que cada uno ha puesto un gran grano de arena al desarrollo de la caficultura de Colombia. Es muy grato, es muy apasionante, me llena de alegría compartir estos espacios y hacer que la caficultura de Colombia tenga una visión más placentera, más bonita, y que podamos mostrar el gran potencial que tenemos en nuestro país. María Alejandra, muchas felicitaciones, muchas gracias a todos los subastadores, saludos. Siempre hemos dicho, esta es su casa, cuando quieran visitarnos en Cauca, los estaremos recibiendo, podemos compartir un café, podemos compartir un rato. María Alejandra, nos estás debiendo tu visita también, y a todo el equipo de trabajo de este concurso.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, Wilton, por tus palabras. Vamos a seguir en la discusión. I don't know if you are following the conversation in English. Any of you can confirm if you are getting...
No, the translation was working. I was hearing the translation. I think it was good.
Okay, great.
I'm not getting the translation here, but maybe it's just me.
Okay. Wilton is part of the company Indestec. They are the producers of these two finalist coffees. Unfortunately, Diego and Alex are not here, but Wilton is representing them. So maybe we start with Diego's coffee. Any of the judges wants to say something about the coffee?
Yes, this was easily my favorite coffee of everything we cupped. I thought it had this amazing herbal aroma. Like straight when I smelled it, it was like mint and coriander and sage, and it was just so different from everything else on the table. And then through every pass, it had this incredibly complex honey orchid oolong quality about it, like an oolong tea, that tangy floral mouth coating quality that I thought was just really interesting, and I thought it was an incredible job.
You know, I obviously I think many of us agree with you because this is a wonderful, wonderful coffee. It's my favorite as well, easily. And I got this note of anise or fennel seeds in the flavor profile, together with red currant and hibiscus and some honeysuckle. And you know, I have visited this mill 2 years ago, and they do a lot of unusual things where it comes to drying practices. And if I look at other origins like Colombia's neighbor Panama, some of the work going on in drying really helps to elevate flavor profiles into other stratospheres. And I've done a lot of experimentation with that myself lately, so I can testify on that aspect. Who else would like to comment on this coffee?
I'll go.
Sorry,
Mike.
I love this coffee. It was my favorite as well. It was so unique on the aromatics and the florals, and just so wonderful. And I wondered what it was going to taste like, but it just was so positive and unique right through in the cup. The herbal was almost like a menthol, kind of a minty basil, sweet lychee. Got the stone fruit came through as well. Very very balanced. I like that a lot. And perhaps Kia, we might keep that in LA.
Nice. I like that. Thank you, Mike. Let's go for it for tomorrow.
Excellent. Maybe Claudia wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted, because I haven't said anything. I didn't cup this sample because some of the samples get lost in the way, right, Maria? But I have this coffee in my roastery, not a lot. And I just need to say that it didn't surprise me that that coffee was one of the 5 tops, because this mill presents very clean cups, and also mild. It's super sweet. It tastes like pineapple. It's super clean and balanced. And when we roasted it, it never takes any problem with the roast. So for me, they present a very, very nice coffees. And I want the sample, but it's not in the box. But wow, what a work they do. And that's it.
Thank you, Claudia.
For your comment.
For me, this I had a ginger characteristic in this coffee that had such high clarity, alongside things like black tea and other characteristics. But the ginger characteristic was off the charts. And I actually wrote a note on my cupping notes to check whether I hadn't washed my bowls properly, if somehow some ginger from my kitchen had become involved in this sample. But it was I've not had it's rare that I've had a coffee with that level of clarity and of a distinct and unusual characteristic, and I really enjoyed the coffee.
I'd have to agree with you, Will, on that. Really quickly, the aroma on this coffee was unlike anything I've ever smelled, and right off the bat, I got the ginger note, and after tasting it, ginger and some clementine, white pepper, sweet, very sweet milk chocolate. So I just wanted to, I wanted to let you know I agree with you.
Thank you, Bianca. Great to hear you here.
Super.
Maybe we can
present the last one, or what?
Yep, let's do it.
Let's go ahead, and the final lot, the number 1 here, the drums.
Yeah, and that's the drums now. Boom, 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 boom. So this is also not the first time that Francisco Bermudez is at the winner's table. and he comes from the same mill, same family, same adventurism into processing. And this family is obviously, they're coffee experts, from cherry to the finished bean. And this is a Castillo Colombia variety. So, you know, there has always been a lot of polemics about varieties where it comes to Colombia. But here you can see the proof that with really optimum processing, you can do amazing things again. Also, this coffee was dancing with the risk of being close to over the edge in fermentation. That's how I felt it, but I gave it absolutely the benefit of the doubt. It had like a lychee flavor note, I found, like a very fruity cherry, great flavor profile. And this obviously will be a major auction performer as well. And I would be curious to hear some comments from the judges. I think one of the
Curtis?
I think one of the reasons why this coffee is number one, because some of the judges in other parts of the world have been rating it very high. I see the score of my Dutch colleague, Esther Maasdam. She's not on this call, but she gave it a super high score.
Yep.
And I see some very high scores in Asia as well.
It's great. I'm going to leave my video off because I think I'm having some internet connection problems, but yeah, this coffee was, I mean, fantastic. And actually texted David Pohl yesterday because I cupped this same coffee the prior year. And I was like, dude, is this the coffee? Is this the candy cane spice coffee that we had? And he's like, yeah, it's the same producer. So it's just super complex, wonderful. Like, I mean, I gave it a 90.25. I've probably only given a coffee a 90 maybe 6 times in my life. So like, I really thought it was wonderful. The roast was good. I got dried fruit, honey, chocolate, complex, candy, jam, brown spice, candy cane. Yeah, I thought my description was fruity, like Fruity Pebbles cereal meets Lebanese food is kind of what I like came to mind. Like it was just such a complex, rich, just wonderful coffee. And yeah, I enjoyed it.
Great. Is the producer here or not?
No, it was represented by Wilton as well.
Exactly, yep.
So maybe some judge would like to say something else. Afshin, I see you have the microphone.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised at all to see these two coffees on the tops. I visited this farm last year. I knew it will be coming to the top because it's a very well-known farm. And that would disadvantage the other farms as well, in my opinion, because he's really on the next level with the coffee they're doing and the processing and everything they're doing. They're really taking care of the coffee from bean to the milling and to the sorting and everything that goes with it. So yeah, it wasn't a surprise. Even in the cupping, it confirmed. So really, you can taste for me, it was like the plums, dried fruit, hazelnut, acidity, very nice acidity. But also psychologically, I was a little bit influenced because I knew this coffee already. And once I was cupping it, I was already psychologically influenced by it. I was expecting it to be a wow coffee, and it was a wow coffee. So for me, it was a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to the other producers because it's a well-known farm. So
thank you, Arshin.
Nice. I expect this coffee to be top on the money when it comes to the auction.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Willem, I think we are probably out of time. Maybe yes, we should wrap up and
yeah, but before the judges go on with their day, it will be good to just give some instructions for the auction to the judges. Are there any questions among the judges about the auction those of you who might have never done auctions before, you might have questions. If not, then we do not need to talk about that further. I don't hear anyone. So, you know, you can let the system bid for you, meaning if the auction time is not conducive to your business day, you can instruct the system to bid on to a certain maximum auction price on your behalf. That's called by proxy bidding. That's a really good way to ensure that the coffees you want to get, that you get them at the price that you set. And I think everyone registered that needs to register, I assume. Do you guys have any other household questions in terms of the auction?
When does the auction time end?
So the way it works in these auctions is that the typically the organizer, in this case Craft Coffee, they will agree with the auction house, which is a company in the UK that owns the platform, that the auction will continue for a set amount of time. And when that time expires, then every 3 minutes in which a bid comes in, then that will be an extension of the auction for another 3 minutes. So in theory, the auction can go on for many hours as long as bids are coming in. If no bid is coming in anymore at a given moment, then the auction ends. Yeah, so it can go on for many hours. Yeah, as a result of that.
Do you guys have like a start time for when those that 3 minute period begins? Like when the
Maria or Juan, did you determine this to be an hour? It's usually an hour. But...
Yes, it's gonna be an hour. So how ends tomorrow? We have the website. You go to the website, you register, and we wait at least 1 hour until all the bids come in. If the bids doesn't come in, then we start the clock after 1 hour. So that's how it usually goes.
Okay.
So
the 3 minutes start to count down when every of the 32 lots has an opening bid. So this also could be after 2 minutes. If the 32 lots get an opening bid, all of them in 2 minutes, then the 3 minute mechanism already starts. If not, then the final time limit is an hour, and after an hour, it will start the 3 minute mechanism in any case.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the 3 minutes get reset with every new bid for any of the lots. So it could be just one lot which receives bids all the time. And then every new bid will reset the 3 minutes for all of the lots. I'm not sure if it's more or less understandable.
You can check the process on the website. It's explained how to bid, how the process goes. So please, I think Maria sent a text to the chat. Go to the website, www.colombialandofdiversity.com, and check it out. Otherwise, shoot an email. We will respond to you, whatever questions you may have. But all in all, we want to thank you guys, to all the judges, to all the coffee growers, to the people participating. Thank you, Willem, for the leading of the discussions. We appreciate this special moment. It took us a little bit more time than usual. But I mean, they were the most unique coffees from the competition and from Colombia. So we really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Coffee growers should be very happy and very, very, very excited to see what tomorrow is going to happen with the coffee. So thank you again, everyone, to being here. I appreciate your time. Time is so valuable right now. And please be safe. See you tomorrow at the website bidding for the coffees.
Yes, thank you again. I share my comments with Juan. We are very, very happy to be able to share here with the producers, with you. It's amazing all the new opportunities that we have via internet to really connect with the producers at the other side of the world. And let's see tomorrow how the auction goes. Tomorrow it's the final moment of a very, very long work that the producers have done in their farms since May, when most of the harvest started. And of course, all the logistics that we have been doing, all of our partners, Royal, the roasters also in Europe. So tomorrow we really expect to sell all the coffees at our prices that the producers will feel very, very happy for that. So thank you again for joining. It's my pleasure to be here, and take care and have an excellent day.
Okay.
Even if you want to say something, you just put your mic on. Great.
Thank you, Maria and Juan and Sebastian. It was really great to see you all today. The coffees were great, and it's really good to be able to stay in touch with you all like this when we can't come and travel to see you all. So thank you for organizing everything. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Will, for everything. We appreciate your participation always.